we want to talk about mental health and pop culture tonight, as it is a combination that is rising more and more without being a taboo. And I was wondering, do you share the experience that it's less and less, that there's less and less stigmatization in conversations about mental health?
I mean, I think as an artist, a lot of artists in general don't like to touch on the subject of mental health, especially if they don't go through it. But regardless if you do or don't, I think it's something that you do, we need to, as artists, express and let people know, especially our listeners, that if they're going through it, they're not alone. We also go through it and stuff. So I do feel like there's a stigma about the whole anxiety and depression situation. And that's something I wanted to kind of break. I've been through it myself. I've been anxious and been depressed in a stage where I just didn't want to come out my house and stuff like that. And it was just something, I expressed it on Instagram because I felt like as a person, as Melisha, not even as a musician, I felt like I needed to let my listeners know that I was going through something, and that's the reason why I'm not releasing music at the moment. And it's not because I don't care and stuff. I like to let people that listen to me know how I'm feeling up here. And also, I don't know, I think when you express out, you kind of, I don't know, you can just move on. You've got it out and you feel so much better, and people understand you and people just show you love and support. And also from expressing myself and letting people know that I go through it myself, I started to see a lot of young kids between the age of 12 to 18 that was experiencing the same thing. And it was quite concerning to me because, you know, at that age, I was just outside playing football and going college and stuff. I had no worries in the world. And I feel like the new generation, like this generation now, it's so different. And I think majority of it is due to social media and what people think they need to be because of other people and what other people are perceived as. So I think it's hard for the younger generation now, and they're suffering with it even more than the average person.
So do you think the contemporary conversation on mental health would be possible without social media?
I mean, you need talks like this. I would love to go everywhere and just express my journey and how I overcome anxiety and depression. But majority of you know, the news and everything, it all comes from social media. You know straight away when someone's cheating on someone's wife on social media. But you would like, and people would prefer to see and hear that than realness. Like, this is real. Like, people in the crowd could be suffering right now with a mental health issue, and it's real life. But people prefer to, you know, look at the things that have nothing to do with them and nothing that concerns them. They would prefer to be interested in that. So
I've been to a performance in the beginning of the month by Alok Vait Menon. I don't know if you know them. It's a queer performer from New York. And their piece was mostly about how becoming famous makes you super lonely. Do you have similar experiences or?
yeah, I mean, I know deep down I'm not famous. I'm just known. Like, I'm known in England a little bit, and I'm known like wherever I'm booked to perform. I don't think I'm on a scale like Drake and stuff like that. Like, for them, I can't imagine how it feels to, you know, step out the house even. So for me, for what I go through due to my status, I go through it because of my profile. So sometimes I'm very anxious. It will come across as I'm being rude, but I'm not. It's just because I'm very aware, and I'm shy as a person. Like, that's how I am. Like, Lady Leshurr is the person that I aspire to be. I've always, like, that's a completely different, you could say it's an alter ego. But yeah, I mean, it is very, very difficult. you know, especially people that approach you, it's the way that supporters approach you. Some people will do it in a very nice way, like, I really enjoyed your set. Like, everyone done that to me yesterday, and I felt so safe here. Never felt anxious once, but a lot of the time, I'm very anxious before I go on stage, or I'm very anxious when I go to the shop, because you just never know. You never know what people are intending to do, or if they're going to film something for social media. Like, it all just boils down to social media. And if I had my way, I would remove it for at least a month to see how people would survive. But yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, especially because your alter ego is super funny, tough, and super shady. So I feel like people would expect you to never have feelings or never have anxiety or
Exactly.
shyness.
Yeah, I think for me, like, even though I'm shy as a person, on the other hand, when I'm around people that I can be myself around, I'm just a funny, bubbly person. I'm like a class clown, shall I say, and that's where the Queen's Speech kind of lyrics come from. Because I grew up around, like, my family, we'd always diss each other and, you know, say, oh, look at your hair and stuff like that. We would always say things like that. So it's kind of something that the Queen's Speech thing is just my personality that, you know, I joke about a lot, and people can see that through the music. But at the same time, I don't see why people think I would be like that 24/7. Like, everyone has feelings. I'm a human, so I bleed the same, I cry the same. And yeah, we go through ups and downs. It's not what you go through, it's how you deal with it, really. So, you know, I've gone through things before, and it's tested my strength. Like, God has tested my strength to see if I can overcome it, and I have. So all I can do is smile, and all I can do is, what I love to do is make people laugh and make people smile and entertain people. That is what my purpose, I feel, is when it comes to music. So that's what I try to project.
I mean, you're very good at it. A lot of people had a really good time at your
Thank
show
you.
yesterday. We can talk about it later, because right now what was also on my mind is that most people, especially in music, that talk about depression and anxiety are whiny white dudes with guitars, and they're allowed to be that. Like, they're being iconicized and, like, romanticized for that. May it be Ian Curtis, may it be Kurt Cobain. But when it comes to female artists, and especially in hip hop, which still many people think is very is very perceived as very male dominated, you need to toughen up more, or
I mean, I don't get why people just think that it's just, like you said, white people, or, you know, a certain race would only touch on mental health issues. There is a lot of people, different races, different sizes, different ages, that go through what we go through. But a lot of them are not confident enough to speak out, or they feel like they can't, because it's seen as, it has that stigma around it where it's seen as, you're not, especially for men, you're not a man if you're going through, you know what I mean? Like, little things like that. So for me, I don't know. I'm, you know, I'm a black female. I do hip hop and grime, but I'm real. That's the main thing about it. I'm real. I will put things on my Snapchat, and I'll put things on my Instagram, which I know that sometimes people will be like, you shouldn't have done that, or you shouldn't say that. But it's me as a person. Forget Lady Leshurr and stuff. It's me as a human. If I believe in something and I want to get my point across, and I want to inspire, or just to vent, I will do it. And not a lot of people do that. And I think that's just down to their persona and how they want to be perceived. I'm not the person that goes on Instagram or goes online posting up their jewelry and stuff like it. That's just not me. I only speak about what I know. And if I'm going through something, you'll hear it in my music. And that's just like, I'm referring to Unleashed. There's more Unleashes coming out than Queen Speeches at the moment, because that's the vibe I'm in. That's the zone I'm in. When I'm down, I write Unleashes. I write Unleash 3, Unleash 2, 1, whatever. So for me, I have to just get out what I'm feeling at that time to move on and turn the page and create a new chapter. I feel like it's just a breath of fresh air when you you express and let people know how you feel, whether it's happy or low. Like you definitely can't keep it inside, because if you keep it inside, it's just gonna bottle up. And you know when you shake like a can of Coke or something and you open it, it's everywhere. If you don't let it out, that's what's gonna happen. You're just gonna blow up. So I just feel like the best way to do it is to just express, especially to the public and people that listen to me, and also connect with them, because they could be on the same level as you. They could relate to what you're going through, and they might be looking at it like, wow, I never thought that you'd be going through this, and I appreciate that you've put it out. And that's what I love to do. I have to be real.
And is that how you keep the cool also? By talking about all the vulnerable stuff that you're also going through?
Yeah, man, I just, like I said, I can only say and rap about what I know and how I feel. I can't be sad and then go into the booth and start singing like I'm happy, because it's just fake and it's just not me. I can only write when I'm in a certain zone, and it will be the concept of how my emotions are. That's just how I am. I don't know if every artist is like that. But it's quite annoying actually, because sometimes I want to get deadlines done and stuff and write what I need to write. But if I'm not in that right mentality, then it's not going to happen. So it's a blessing and a curse. And so.
Yeah, so your mental health is also affecting your creativity and your artistic work.
It does. I mean, it's here and there. It depends what I'm going through at the time. I mean, right now I'm fine and stuff, but it'll be like something political, like business side, that will get me in a zone where I'm just like, I'm tired of this. I don't want to do it anymore. Because if I feel like I can't do the music I want to do, or if I can't release what I want to release, you start to just feel, I don't know, you feel trapped. And then if you don't express it, it just starts to grow. And then you're in a place that you can't get out of. So it's just best to just cut it off first time.
And how about your fashion choices? Can people tell how you feel by the way you're dressing?
I think sometimes, I mean, majority of the time when I go out my house, I'm always wearing black. I always wear a hoodie and stuff. I try to just maneuver without people knowing and whatever. But when I'm on stage, no one would know, because that is kind of like, it's still me, but it's like, I'm more confident. I feel like I'm just someone else when I'm on stage. So the clothing I wear on stage is completely different to how I dress as Leshurr. So.
Yeah, and on Queen's Speech, you diss people who don't brush their teeth or who don't wear fresh panties. And there's no doubt about the importance of body hygiene. But how easy are brushed teeth and fresh underwear to be maintained during depression?
I ain't gonna lie, I've been there. I'm being real right now. I've been there where you feel so low that you don't want to go to the bathroom and wash. I'm being real. Like you're in this zone where you just want to stay in bed, cry your eyes out, or you just put the covers over you. You just don't want to deal with anything. You know what I mean? I've been there for a couple of days. You know what I mean? So it's not, and with that, it's, you know, like, I'm not really dissing people when I say what I say in Queen's Speeches. That's one thing I really want to get across. A lot of people would see it as she's funny, and some people, especially females, would think I'm degrading females or I'm putting females down. When in reality, the whole concept of Queen's Speech is a battle rap. And I'm not talking about anyone in particular. It's like I'm looking in the mirror and I'm talking to myself. Because I know there's been times when I haven't woke up and brushed my teeth, or I've gone through all the way to the afternoon and I haven't brushed my teeth. It's all these ideas, they're coming from things that I haven't changed my panties now and again. That's if I've been in a zone and I'm down, I'm not going to change my panties, you know what I mean? So it's just things that I've actually gone through myself that has gave me the ideas majority of the time, and I'm battle rapping myself in the mirror.
Yeah, and I think if we're honest, we've all been there where
We've all been there, exactly.
Nothing else mattered anymore, so you could as well just like
there's
keep
only
the
a few
panties on
people
24 hours plus.
Yeah, there's only a few people that would admit that though. But because I just keep it real, I will admit it.
And you tribute a lot of cool artists like Sister Nancy or Kendrick Lamar in your music, or roast cheesy hypes like the one around Adele's Hello, by sampling them in your music. What do you love the most about sampling?
Um, I think it's just because majority of the things that I sample are viral already, so it just adds to that extra. Oh my gosh, she put that in, or oh my gosh, she said that. So it just adds that extra, and you can connect with the common man when you're using things that are already seen in the public eye, whether it's viral on Facebook or Twitter or whatever. And that's what I like to do. I like to keep looking for information and things that are going viral or have a buzz on social networks to connect people that have never heard of me before, but they may have heard of something that I've used in one of my speeches. So I just think that's a really cool way to keep relevant as well, and keep hip with the youngsters. I feel old, but you know what I mean? Like, to connect them. Like, oh my gosh, she said cash me outside. How about that? You know what I mean? So exactly, see, people know. So it's just you, and I think a lot of celebrities and a lot of artists, they don't do that. They don't do what I do, and I think that's why the Queen's Speech thing blew up, because it was something that was fresh. No one is walking down the road rapping things that can make you laugh, or things that could make you think, oh, my friend's like that. She takes her heels off in the club, and you know what I mean? Just little things. So, I think that's the main reason why it does so well. So I think it's really good to keep in touch and stay involved in the news and what's happening online.
Yeah, and I think that one of the best products of sampling culture are memes. And you also embed them in both your songs and your shows. You just said because you like to refer to things that young people know, but like, what's your personal connection to memes besides from your own music?
I mean, memes make us laugh. You know what I mean? You know what I meme? I like that one. I mean, when I go online, I always see something new. Like, everyone must have saw the one with Arthur when his fists are clenched. Things like that. What else has happened recently? The Migos interview where he's rolling up his sleeves. Have you saw that, where Migos, Joe Budden drops the mic, and then maybe it hasn't come over here yet, but there's a few things that the Cash Me Outside thing, that's like massive. She actually follows me, and she saw the video where I used it, and she's like, this is dope. So it's really cool, because the things that you use can somehow get back to the people, and they might post it and stuff. Like, when I done a song ages ago, probably in 2014, not that far ago actually, but it was called Look At Her, and it was like a sample of Jeremy Kyle. Do you know about Jeremy Kyle over here? Yeah, it was basically a girl saying look at her instead of look at her, and Jeremy Kyle followed me. He said he liked the song, and I was like, what? Like, I really didn't know, and that was the first time I've ever tried the sampling thing, and thought, wonder where this can take me. So it's a very good thing to do. But yeah, I think everyone loves memes, especially GIFs now. GIFs are very popular, and they just make me laugh, especially if I'm not feeling happy and stuff. When I go online, there's always one meme that will make me chuckle. Like, not the ones where you press lol and you're not laughing at all. The ones that, like, you know what I mean? You're just on the and you just scroll. Yeah, the memes really, they really cheer me up sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, most people that I know, if I ask them, how do you cope with your depression, they say memes. Really? Yeah, they go online, they say memes are the thing that keeps them alive.
Yeah, I mean, memes keeps
and
them
to be
alive.
honest, me too.
Whoa, let me just drink one second. Keeps them alive, Yeah, memes are really fun, but I wouldn't go that far. I feel like they are an addition to your life, I guess. Like, if you're online a lot and you see them, you scroll down, share them to your friends and stuff. But the main things that I think is funny is the videos. Like, I don't know who these humans are in the world, but they somehow can make videos that have gone viral, and they add other things in the video, and it just makes it so funny. I don't know how they do it, what technology they have, but these guys need to be hired for, I don't know. They need a Grammy or something, because the things I've seen online, I'm thinking, how did you put that in that video? That wasn't there in the original video. How did you get that person? Like, it's so crazy, but there's so many geniuses out there that I feel like that's their life, to make people laugh, and they'll sit there behind their computer for hours, constructing this video to put out that will go viral, and they love that. I think that's what they thrive off, the people that make them. But I wouldn't say that memes are my life. They're just there for a bit of banter.
Yeah. But I mean, memes can go very viral. Gucci hired two of the most famous meme makers to campaign for them for the spring collection.
Really?
Yeah. The Gucci memes. It's like,
I haven't saw.
for example, they have not on the slideshow, but
Okay.
for example, there's the Gucci watch and a burnt rose, and it's something like, when you're late, but it doesn't matter because he's trash. It doesn't say that, but it's like what it means.
Wow.
Or like starter packs.
Oh yeah, I saw them. Yeah, the starter packs. I think the best meme campaign I've seen ever was Drake. He done I think Hotline Bling. That I feel like he had a meme PR team who was like, yeah, Drake, we should basically take the mick out of you and do all of these memes and just put them online, and they'll fly around and you'll go viral and it will make the views go. I really feel like he had somebody there that orchestrated that whole thing, because the rollout plan was amazing, and he was just everywhere, just doing that little dance he does, like that little
on Persian
that little
music, on
jiggle
Arab
thing.
music.
Exactly. So he's just jiggling about in his memes and the gifs and stuff, and I'm thinking, like, is he getting offended? But then I realised, this is genius. You definitely set this up 1,000,000%. There's no way that, well, maybe I don't know, but that's what I personally thought. I thought that somebody definitely they created that for him, and it just blew up.
I mean, 2 years after the song was published, aka now, there's still new memes from the Hotline Bling video popping up. You know, the one that is like this, and then like,
Yeah, the little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The good and the bad thing, yeah.
That's crazy.
There's another Drake meme on here. I'll see if it pops up. It's like a scale from 1 to 10 with different faces of Drake, and you can just like see where your mood is at.
I think, you know what? I really think he's a genius, and everything he does, and anything that is out to the public, he's definitely seen, or he knows exactly. He's so smart. A lot of people don't see it, but I see it. Everything he does, every move he makes, whether it's going to England and working with English, you know what I mean? He knows exactly what he's doing. And I feel like that's the same with the memes thing. I mean, he's put up a couple pictures recently where he's just sitting in the chair, but he looks kind of sad. And they've gone round viral, and people are like, caption this, and everyone's like saying, oh, when you don't know if you've pulled out or not, or when, like, people are doing like their own little captions on this picture, and all he's doing is sitting there. But I feel like he knows what he's doing, like he's doing this to get people talking. So yeah, he's smart.
Yeah, I mean, he's a people pleaser. I saw him live in the beginning of the year, and then he was like, this is the best show on the tour, I love you. And we're all like...
And he said
touched.
it somewhere else.
Yeah, of course he did. He's a Scorpio.
Oh my gosh.
Like, what else?
You got the Scorpios inside.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you're a Sagittarius? Or is only Lady Leshurr Sagittarius and Melisha has a different sign?
No, I'm a Sagittarius, but apparently there's like an extra sign now. So
yeah, but it's a scam, to be honest.
I'm glad you
because
said
that would mean I would be a Libra, and I'm definitely a Scorpio.
Exactly. I don't want to change, because I would be the new one. I think it's all off.
The snake.
Is it a snake?
It's a snake,
Oh
basically.
hell no! I can't. No. That's not in my nature. So I'm definitely gonna stay being a Sagittarius. Yeah.
Yeah. There's also a lot of astrology memes. Do you also get into them, or not so much?
I mean, I like researching about star signs and stuff. I really believe that that's true. I don't know why, but I used to read them in the magazines and stuff, and they would always seem like they're talking to me every time. And I'd show like my friend who's a Sagittarius too, and she would be like, "It sounds like it's talking to me," and I don't get how it's appealing to every single person in that same stuff. It's mind blowing. I don't know how they do it, but I'm really really in touch with like reading star signs and chakras and powers and vibes and energies. I'm really like in touch with all that stuff because I feel like you have to educate yourself. Like a lot of people just look at things online and read what a specific person has said and believe that straight away. I don't do that. I look for receipts. I'm like, okay, I'll read what you've got to say on your blog, but yeah, I'm going to go on Google now, even though Google is not 100% the best place to find the things, but that's the only place you can really go nowadays, isn't it? Really, Google. But yeah, I try to find out my own research and try and find my own receipts to make sure that everything I'm reading is true.
So do you also check your other planets, like your rising sign, your moon sign?
Moon sign?
Yeah, so you have for every planet, you have a sign, and then there's even houses. It's a thick sauce.
I definitely haven't gone that deep yet, but you've introduced me.
If you know
now,
your
so
birth time, you can like put it into the calculator
Really?
online, and then the horoscopes get more accurate because
my
you have to
gosh.
read your ascendant's horoscope as well. Because many people don't identify with the horoscopes if they only read their sun sign, but then they figure out the rest of the planets, and then the sauce is getting deeper and deeper. It's just a lot.
You're actually mind blowing me now because I actually just thought there was just one star sign. Like you go on the magazine, you see, you go to your star sign, it's like, oh.
And it's
yeah,
like,
really
you deserve to breathe, and you're like, yes, it's true.
Wow, I didn't know there was a sun, moon, and eclipse and all that
Forget the
stuff.
13th sign.
That's
Get into your
crazy.
moon
All right,
sign.
I'm definitely going to research that when I get back, 1,000,000%. But yeah, I'm in touch with energies and stuff. And you know, like when you get gut instincts, so when you meet someone for the first time and you just get a vibe from them, like something, there's like I don't know, like a circle around you that's saying, you don't mess with, like, your energy doesn't mess with this person. I get that. I don't know if anyone else would feel that. But if I meet someone that I know I don't gel with, it's like my body just freezes up straight away. And I don't know if that's to do with star signs or whatever, but I'm just in touch with energies mainly. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, the star signs also have to do with energies, and they're just fun to think about. Like, some of my favorite memes are the ones with zodiac signs, like when a Leo and a Scorpio meet, or like water sign startup hack or something. Yeah,
I need to see them. I haven't saw them yet.
I'll send them to Natasha. She can forward them to you. And what are your favorite meme campaigns? You said some, but like, what's your top 3 of 2017? Or just some that are on your mind that you really love.
2017.
The Cash Me Outside one, for example.
I mean, that was more like just a video. I think for memes, I think Arthur's like that one is like one of my favorites because so many people done captions for it and they just made me laugh, like majority of them. What else?
I saw a really nice Arthur meme. The caption was, when she's not into contemporary art, and it was an abstracted form of the picture, so it was all lines and balls, but the color composition was on point, so you knew that that like little ball was the fist.
That's hilarious. No, you have to send that one as well. That sounds
I
funny.
will.
But I don't know. I think for me, like the Drake memes were funny. They weren't 2017, but they're the only ones that kind of stick into my head when I think about memes and stuff. And if we're talking about videos, the Cash Me Outside thing, and the Migos. If you haven't saw the Migos interview with Joe Budden on Complex, go and watch that. It's hilarious. Let me just quickly break it down. So they're just sitting there, yeah, just interviewing, and Joe Budden, who used to be a rapper before, but he's retired now. He interviews artists now. He's just sitting there, and he's interviewing Migos, but I've already watched an interview with him before saying he thinks Migos are boring and he don't want to interview them. So and in fact, I'm actually on the red carpet when this is happening, probably just before actually. So I've watched the interview back, and there's another guy called DJ Academics and a female. So imagine Migos is where you are, 3 of them. Joe Budden's here, the girl's here, and DJ Academics is there. They're interviewing him, Quavo, I think. And I don't know how he replied, but I don't think Joe Budden liked it. And then DJ Academics was like, oh, well, I'm a really good, big fan of you, you know, I really love interview. And Joe Budden was like, I've had enough. He dropped the mic, like threw the mic, and walked away. So they've all stood up now like it's beef, you know, and Quavo's got up first, you know, Takeoff got up, and he started rolling up his sleeves, you know, and it was just hilarious because then, like I said, the geniuses that are behind the computer working out how to create an amazing video to put viral, they've got hold of the video, and somehow you're seeing HD quality of people that are not even in the interview. He's zooming in behind like Migos, and you're seeing people like looking over like this. I don't know how they done it. It was so amazing, but I just thought that's like the funniest thing that's happened in 2017 for me personally. Was that it was so funny.
And where do you watch your memes usually, on Instagram, or do you follow memes on Facebook, or what's like your, or do you mostly just get them sent to you by friends?
No, I actually just see them. Like that's how I know that it's gone viral, if I see them, because on Instagram I don't follow anyone. Not in a way because I think I'm better than anyone, but because I just feel like, especially Instagram, you can follow people and what they're putting up can make you feel, I don't know, but I used to follow people that would always post up jewelry, post up money, and post up cars. And at the time, I wasn't doing anything to get a lot of money and get things that I would want to do and want to get. So I'm looking at it, and it subconsciously made me feel away. So it just made me feel a bit crap. Like it made me feel bad about myself, and I shouldn't be feeling bad about myself because of someone else, of how they're living. But I feel like everything you feed yourself, I feel like your brain is like a mouth, and whatever you feed yourself, the food you feed yourself, you store. So I only want to store and eat good food. I don't want to see the things that are going to make me feel weird, like that I'm not in that position or stuff. Like I just want to be focused, and I just unfollowed everyone, and I'm just so focused now. Before I felt like, oh, why haven't I got that, and why? And you don't see it, you don't feel it at the time, but it starts to play with your head. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I just know that I have to definitely be focused, and there's certain things I don't want to see, so I just block myself from it. So yeah, majority of the memes I just see on Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also like, why would you take pics of your jewelry when you could post memes or selfies?
I mean, there's so much you can post. You can post inspirational things. You can post, about how you got to where you got to. That's what I love to do. I love to tell people, because I'm still a human being, and I've always looked at people that are in the position I've always wanted to be in, and they've inspired me, saying, I used to be like you. And I look at it like, oh, but you never though. But they did, but it's until I had to go through it myself, to grind, and, I'm sleeping on floors and on couches and living out of bags for, multiple years, to only be in this place now to be able to inspire people. I had to go through it myself to be like, wow, like I've made something of myself, and I've done it the right way. Like at least I have a story to tell. I've got a journey to go on now, and I've also got a story to tell. There's groundwork to it. So when I used to see like Puff Daddy say things and certain things, he said, like, man, I've only ever known you to be rich. I've never known you to, because I don't know his story. So yeah, I'm just in that position now where I can try and inspire people before I expire, and just show them that you can do. It's so possible. You don't see it right now, but it is possible. If you really want it, you can do anything you want in life, and that is, I'm not just saying that to be inspirational. I actually believe it. I believe it, and I believe everything you say, it reflects what you do and how you act. Like, it's all about energies, and thoughts become things. So you have to be careful with what you say, even if what you're saying is true, but it's negative. Just don't say it, because you're bringing it back to yourself. It all comes back to yourself. So it's hard. It's really hard to stay positive. That's one thing I would like everyone to do in here before we leave. I'd like to say, try to be positive tomorrow for the whole day. I guarantee you, it's so difficult. Whether you wake up in the morning and you stub your toe on the bed, you might want to swear and stuff. It's so hard to be positive and smile and stuff. It's really hard. So I'd give you that. That's a challenge for everyone today. Maybe you can make that into a meme tomorrow as well.
I mean, yeah, there's this meme page, Wholesome Memes, only positivity.
Really?
Yeah, because a lot of mental health memes are super destructive.
Yeah.
They just make, they can also be, it's also fun to laugh about yourself in your worst moments, but they're super destructive. But wholesome memes, there's, for example, someone kicking someone violently, and then the someone who's getting kicked is like my anxiety and depression, and the other person is me, like, just beating it.
Okay, I like that.
Battling it.
That's very clever. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, but okay, thank you for the talk.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening. Stay positive.
Yeah, stay positive. Try and stay positive tomorrow. Even you, just try it. and see how long you can last for, because it's so hard. Someone gave me that challenge years ago, and I didn't know how hard it was to stay, positive and not think anything negative. Whether it's, I can't be bothered to get up today, that's still negative in itself. You just gotta be like, gonna get up today, you know what I mean? And what I usually do, I know this sounds a bit weird, like a weirdo, but I get up in the morning and I'll go into the mirror, and I advise everyone else to do this as well, in case you don't want to get up. And I talk to myself in the mirror. It sounds so weird saying it out loud, but I talk to myself in the mirror and I'll be like, yes, we're going to smash today, Lesh. We're going to smash today. We're going to kill it. No one's going to bring you down. Like, I'm just in the mirror telling myself everything I need someone else to tell me, but I'm going to be that person myself. So, if anyone was to walk in and see me doing that, it's a bit like, it's one of those ones. But I don't really care, because I know myself and I'm comfortable and confident in my own skin. So I'll just look in the mirror every morning and just be like, you're going to smash it today, Lesh. You're gonna kill it. You're going to write this fire verse. You're going to go in studio, smash it, kill it up. You know what I mean? So I always got to give myself motivation, and I just think, like, it really helps. It really does help. Yeah.
I'll try it out, and even if you get negative, you can just put it in your fist.
Exactly. You just do that. Just do that. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, have fun at the rest of the festival. Okay.
We'll do. Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening. Oh, sorry.